Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news in the world of NFL rumors and trades. Nothing seems to be as hot right now as the speculation surrounding Jeffrey Simmons, the Titans' star defensive tackle. And folks, this could be a game changer for the Steelers if it comes to pass. Rumors suggest that the Tennessee Titans, who are currently sitting at an abysmal 1-6 record, are looking to rebuild, and Simmons might be on the move. The Titans are in full tank mode, especially with their cap situation and the fact that they're in the middle of a significant rebuild. They're reportedly asking for a second-round pick and a fourth-round pick in the 2026 draft in exchange for Simmons, which would be a serious boost for Pittsburgh if they can pull it off. Now Simmons, who's just 28 years old, is a true beast on the defensive line. Over his career, he's racked up an impressive 5 sacks, and he's been a consistent force against the run. This season alone, he's already registered 5 sacks with 22 tackles, 16 of those solo. His pass rush metrics are eye-opening. In Week 5, he pressured the quarterback 1% of the time with 6 pressures and 5 sacks. That's the kind of disruptive ability the Steelers desperately need to bolster their interior defense. He also has 5 sacks early in the season, along with 6 tackles for loss and 9 QB hits, showing his relentless pursuit of the quarterback. Even with a hamstring injury in Week 7, Simmons maintained a pass rush grade of 84, proving he's still a top-tier player when healthy. His ability to negate yards, specifically, he's been able to push back against running backs like Derrick Henry, adds a layer of defensive versatility that Pittsburgh could really utilize. But why would the Titans want to trade Simmons? Well, their current situation is shaky at best. They're 1-6 with the worst defense in 25 years, and they're facing serious cap issues, especially with their quarterbacks, including Ryan Tannehill, and possibly moving forward with rookie Will Levis. The odds of making a playoff run are slim, with Super Bowl odds sky-high at +20. Trading Simmons not only helps clear cap space, about $32 million in dead money, but also signals a clear rebuild for the franchise. They're focusing on developing their young talent and building for the future, which makes sense given their struggles and their need to find a core that can grow together. For the Steelers, this potential trade couldn't come at a better time. Their defense is playing solid football, ranking 5th in third down stops at 35.4%, which is a testament to their disciplined approach and the coaching staff's ability to get the most out of their personnel. The Steelers currently allow 227 passing yards per game and 249 rushing yards, which might seem a bit high, but their defensive line has been a bright spot. Adding a player like Simmons would elevate their interior pass rush dramatically, especially considering Pittsburgh's need for a dominant force up front. The projections suggest an increase of about 18% in run stops, dropping first downs allowed from 102 to about 85, which would be a huge boost. Their sacks could see a bump from 34 to approximately 37. And EPA per play could see a slight improvement, around +0.8, small but meaningful. The addition of Simmons could also breathe new life into the secondary, giving them an extra 2 seconds of breathing room, allowing the DBs to cover longer and make more plays. And let's not forget about the bigger picture. The Steelers have been quietly building a solid team that's capable of making a deep playoff run. Their odds to win the Super Bowl are currently at +15, but with a move like this, those numbers could see a significant boost, potentially climbing to +9, or even better, especially if they bolster their front 7. The AFC North is a tough division, no doubt about it, but if the Steelers can land Simmons, along with their core of Watt and the emerging young talent, they'll be looking at a team that can challenge anyone. Simmons, paired with Watt, could forge a duo that's reminiscent of the Hayward-Shazier partnership back in 2017, an unstoppable force that makes life miserable for offenses. And speaking of the division, the Ravens are still a dominant force, but Pittsburgh's chances against them could improve drastically with a Simmons addition. He's not just a run stopper, he's a game wrecker. His presence would be a huge X factor, especially in those critical matchups in the AFC. The odds of Pittsburgh going all the way to the Super Bowl with Simmons on board could jump from +15, 0 to +9, 0, or even more, especially considering the AFC's competitive landscape, where every edge counts. The AFC's current favorite, the Chiefs, are still favorites, but the Steelers' potential to rise with this kind of upgrade makes them a dark horse. Their AFC plus 3,500 odds could tighten, giving fans hope of a deeper playoff push. Now, let's talk about what this means for the team's identity. The Steelers have always been a franchise built on a tough, relentless defense, and pairing Watt with Simmons would reinforce that identity. It's reminiscent of the legendary Steelers' defenses of the past, where their front line set the tone for everything else. Simmons' ability to disrupt both the pass and the run makes him a perfect fit. Plus, his age means he's entering his prime, and he's the kind of player Pittsburgh can build around for the next several seasons. His high motor, combined with Watt's relentless edge rushing, creates a nightmare scenario for offenses. The duo could become a cornerstone for the Steelers' defense, giving them a new level of dominance that's been missing in recent years. But the big question remains, can the Steelers make this happen? It's a complicated chess game involving cap space, draft picks, and the Titans' willingness to trade Simmons. Pittsburgh needs to stay aggressive, especially with the trade deadline approaching on November 4th. The team has shown a willingness to make bold moves in the past, and this could be the biggest of all. Imagine the impact of Simmons lining up alongside Watt. Opposing offenses would have no choice but to double-team Watt, leaving Simmons one-on-one to wreak havoc. That kind of pressure is exactly what Pittsburgh's defense has been missing, and it could be enough to elevate this team into serious Super Bowl contention. And let's not forget the history. The Steelers have a long tradition of turning defensive stars into legends, and Simmons has that potential. His ability to generate interior pressure, combined with Watt's relentless motor, could create a scenario where the opposing offense is constantly on their heels. On top of that, Simmons' versatility means he can line up in multiple spots along the line, giving defensive coordinator T.J. Watt even more options to scheme against different offenses. It's a move that would send shockwaves through the NFL and could spark a new era of Steelers dominance. As we look ahead, the trade deadline looms, and all signs point to a dramatic few days in Pittsburgh's front office. If they can swing this deal, it would send a clear message to the rest of the league. The Steelers are in it to win now. The AFC North is wide open, and with Simmons in the fold, Pittsburgh would have a serious shot at not only winning the division but making a deep playoff run. Fans, we've seen this team over the years develop a resilient, gritty identity that's hard to match, and adding a player like Simmons could be the missing piece to finally get over the hump and back to the Super Bowl stage. So, stay tuned, because this story isn't over yet. The next few days could be pivotal for the Steelers' season, and if the rumors turn into reality, you can bet it'll be one of the biggest moves Pittsburgh has made in recent memory. The potential to reshape their defense and set the stage for another championship run is very real, and as Steelers fans, we should be excited about what's possible. The future is bright, and with a player like Simmons potentially donning the black and gold, it's only a matter of time before Pittsburgh makes some serious noise in the postseason once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Simmons would be the perfect fit to bolster our defensive line? Or do you believe the Steelers should focus on other areas at the deadline? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers organization. We're all in this together, and your voice is what makes this community special. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. The season is heating up and big things are on the horizon. Let's go Steelers.